Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Beast Mysteries. Haha, funny joke, right? There's a Bigfoot inside all of us. I mean that figuratively and not literally or physically. Something draws us to the subject of Bigfoot. Something keeps us captivated. And it's very easy for people to get sucked into the subject, and then it becomes kind of like a lifelong fascination. Why is that? And I think it's because Bigfoot is Bigfoot is itself, it's a thing that people see out in the bush, but I guess in the philosophical sense, Bigfoot is something that represents a part of us that we've lost, We're so far away from that world of the mountains and the forest. At least a lot of us are. There's a lot of us that, regularly visit the wilderness and are able to experience that world, but we're still, far removed from it. We're really detached from it. Like right now, I'm downtown in the capital city of Alberta. I am surrounded by concrete, surrounded by walls, surrounded by glass, surrounded by people from all over the place. And I am very far away from that natural world right now. And with Bigfoot, even just thinking about the subject of Sasquatch, watching shows about Sasquatch, watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts and audiobooks, that is something that is very appealing for someone like me who's into the wilderness stuff, but wants to, I guess, not be so absorbed in this concrete urban world. I want to focus my attention on the wilderness stuff, and I want to let my imagination go wild. This mystery stuff, not just Sasquatch, but like UFO topics, ghosts and stuff like that is also very alluring. Just wondering about the unknown, that's one aspect of what draws us to Sasquatch. But the other aspect is that side of us that Bigfoot represents, that is the master of the wilderness. That's its home. And for us humans, that used to be our home. We used to be in the wilderness, and we've lost that. And what are we now? We are totally different. Not totally different, but we're very, very different to what we used to be. What we used to be only a few thousand years ago, really. Even when I think of, my great-grandparents coming to Canada, like the landscape has changed so much. There's much less wilderness. There's more cities, more urbanization, bigger populations everywhere. And even back then, things were different. They moved to Canada and they were able to get land in the middle of nowhere to have a farm. And even that was pretty interesting. You still had the ability to be close to nature, but it seems like in the last, 30, 40, 50 years, things have really just taken off as far as modernization goes, and even further removing us from the wilderness. It's kind of scary to think about and upsetting. It's eventually, man, we're gonna be even further detached from the wilderness. But Bigfoot is that reminder that is where we're supposed to be. And I think subconsciously we're drawn to that. We're drawn to this thing that is living a lot more like we should be living, probably. Sasquatch is the perfect representation of the wild side of ourselves. The primitive, I guess, early human part of ourselves. The untainted version of us, untainted by all this stuff and things and buildings and cars and all that kind of stuff. Sasquatch is more pure, and it is a nature dweller, and it's a reminder that maybe we should be more like that. I think that's what draws us to the subject. I've always wondered why nowadays there's a huge takeoff in bushcraft videos online and wilderness videos of people going out into the wilderness, hiking and just camping and stuff like that. That's really taken off, and a lot of people enjoy putting those on the TV when they're just relaxing or when they're doing chores around the house. People are drawn to that kind of stuff. They're drawn to nature. They're drawn to the wilderness because that is where we're supposed to be. That's where we once were. And somewhere along the line, we kind of got off track. I don't know. I love mystery subjects. I love Sasquatch. I love UFOs. I like the paranormal world. I'm interested in that because it is the unknown, and I'm curious about it. And human curiosity is a fascinating thing. You know, we always wonder, like, what is that? What is this? What are the answers to this mystery? What is the meaning of life? You know, what is out there in the universe? That's very alluring. We're always wanting to learn about things that we don't know about. And Sasquatch is something that is unknown, hasn't been discovered, and it's so closely related to us. It's very person-like. It's like a human almost. It's very close to a human, other than it being massive and covered in hair. But it, you know, has the 2 legs just like us, has 2 feet, 2 eyes, 2 ears. And, you know, if you were to shave all the hair off of it and put some clothes on it, it wouldn't look far off from us. It would look, you know, probably something like Andre the Giant or, you know, whatever. I think we're subconsciously drawn to that. You know, a lot of people don't believe in Sasquatch and think it's silly. But once you start actually looking into it, and it is very easy to get caught up in the subject and in the mystery, right? We all know that. That's why we're all here. I thought I was just going to be making one documentary film about Sasquatch, and I would carry on through life as it being just an interest of mine that maybe I'd read about or watch a film about every now and then. But no, once I got into it, it was like fully life-consuming, you know, and here I am now, many years later, still talking about it, still making videos about it. And there's a reason for that. Like, despite, like, even all the conflict going on in the community, despite all that and how hard it can be sometimes and how difficult some people can be to deal with and talk to about it, you know, and every day just like taking a complete bent over pounding online, you know, for what I believe or my like thoughts on the subject. Like, despite all of that, I still explore these subjects and still explore these theories. And you know, I don't think I will ever stop being interested in Bigfoot. I don't think I will ever stop pursuing, I guess, the discovery of that creature, or at least my journey of trying to see one and get it on camera. That's my goal ultimately. I don't want to prove like what it is. I don't know what it is. It could be anything. I just want to see it and I want to capture it on camera so other people can see it, you know? But it's such a crazy subject, such a crazy community out there. But it's good that, you know, people are interested in a mystery. The people here at Mountain Beast Mysteries and the people on all the other YouTube channels and groups about Bigfoot, they're willing to believe that there's still mystery out there. There's still, you know, wonder and magic out there in the world. And you guys and all these other people are willing to, you know, be public about it and talk about it and share those experiences and thoughts with others and kind of maybe open up other people to the possibility that this creature could or does exist. You know, it's good that we do that. It's good that we still have that wonder and that, I guess, fascination with mystery, despite like all the crazy stuff going on in the world, you know. I really appreciate everybody who's stuck around here, and I appreciate everybody, even the people that I have conflicts with about this topic. I appreciate them all for even just being interested in it and, you know, taking the chance online to, you know, share their information, share their ideas, share their thoughts, and just, you know, spread the word about the subject, whatever that may be. I know a lot of people bump heads in the community. There's lots of conflict between what the creature is or what it does. Does it really matter in the end? No, at the end of the day, we have all our bases covered as far as research goes. Different people believing different things and exploring different things, using different methods of investigation and exploration. It's all good. So, I don't know really where I'm going with this. I'm just trying to say I appreciate everything that's being done despite all the, you know, silly stuff that goes on, you know? But this subject is gripping. There's something about it that is, you know, speaks to all of us here. And what is that? You know, what is that? I was a little kid when I saw my first Bigfoot documentary, and I was just like, oh my goodness. I was also really small when I watched a movie called Little Bigfoot, I think it was called. this little kid met up with this juvenile Sasquatch in the wilderness, and they became friends. And that creature in that film, that juvenile Bigfoot, scared the shit out of me. It was that terrifying looking, but I still was like interested in it, and I still, was fascinated with it, and I still wanted to learn and take in whatever information I could about the subject. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What is it that brings us back to the subject of Bigfoot? What is it that captivates us? And what is it, that makes us want to keep going out into the bush and exploring? I think it's just the mystery. The fact that it is a mystery and a very interesting one. Imagine another being out there that is so close to human. It would literally be the closest thing to human other than humans. We got bonobo, apes, then Bigfoot, and then human. I think it's that. I think it's identifying subconsciously that is part of us. That is where we should be. That is what our natural world is supposed to be. It's a part of us that is lost, a part of us that is fading away with all this technology and computers and everything like that. And I think deep down inside of us, we desire to be out in the wilderness, even though it's difficult out there. It's scary. There's threats all around, dangers all around. But something in our DNA calls that home, I think that is one of the biggest things. We all have Bigfoot inside of us. Not physically, figuratively. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm actually working on finishing a director's cut of Wild Man, My Search for Sasquatch, and it's almost done. So that's going to be out very, 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 very soon. And I promise you it is exponentially better than the first edit. If you go and watch the first edit of that film here on YouTube, I personally believe it's awful. And that was back when I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to edit. I was learning filmmaking and editing while I was making it. So like the audio quality is terrible. The dialogue, like the actual volume of people talking is too low. Like everything is bad, and it's put together in kind of a weird way. This new edit I'm doing is put together in a sense that actually, makes sense. And the sound quality is exponentially better, and visually it looks better. And now that I know how to properly export a video. So look out for that. It's coming soon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Mountain Beast Mysteries.